Welcome to Invest Insights. My name is Abby Melone, and I'm the CEO of Capital Analytics. I'm here joined with Michael Finney, the CEO of the Beacon Council, Miami-Dade's official economic development council for the county. Welcome, Michael.
Hi, Abby. How are you?
I'm good. Well, I wanted to dive in talking about the business community here in Miami-Dade and what have you noticed to be the most immediate economic implications on the COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, the biggest challenge is a pretty obvious one. Businesses are really struggling to figure out when they will be able to get back to some state of normalcy. Everybody's trying to figure out if they have opportunities to be supportive through this process. We've had outreach from some 70 different businesses that actually think they can provide goods and services. So they're thinking like that, offering up resources to be helpful to others. And then there's just a lot that are trying to figure out how to navigate the CARES Act and the PPP portion of the CARES Act.
And talk to me about that, because it's very difficult for people to quickly adapt to these new measures that the federal government is taking, the state government is taking. How are you best guiding people to the resources that they need?
Yeah, so the personal protection, or the personal income protection portion of the Act is the piece that we've been most active with in working with businesses. It creates a great opportunity for businesses operating in Miami-Dade County to continue their payroll with their employees and cover some other operating expenses that they have under the right set of conditions. So we've been following the status of the Act for a few weeks now and trying to ensure that we had a pretty good understanding of it so we could begin to be a resource to businesses as they have questions. The Act is now rolled out. I think it went live last Friday, and many banking institutions started doing outreach to all their clients, their small business clients, encouraging them to begin the application process. And a lot of that has happened. Here in Miami-Dade, we are starting to see a significant amount of activity, and we're doing everything we can to reach as many of the qualified businesses as possible so that they're aware of what the Act has to offer and how to navigate in order to get to the resources that are available.
How is the COVID-19 pandemic challenging the private equity sector, and what are you doing to mitigate the effects?
Yeah, so private equity is just like everybody else. I mean, the opportunities to actually continue driving the normal business model has been impacted irrespective of what kind of business you're in. The only places where we're seeing what I'll call typical business activity, and in some cases a surge in business activity, are in those areas that are considered to be critical services or essential services. And so grocery stores and some of the delivery services and a few other places, healthcare facilities. So we're seeing a lot of normal activity there, but for the most part, irrespective of sector, there's a significant downturn and businesses are trying to find ways to maintain their current status.
One of the things I think about in light of what we're experiencing right now is the innovations that will come out of it. I think that the healthcare sector has been challenged to speed up and strengthening areas like telemedicine. The gig economy is changing quite rapidly. Here we are having many more virtual meetings. How do you see innovation progressing here in Miami-Dade?
Well, no doubt about it. We will see a lot more virtual activity than we've historically seen. Some of the industry sectors that I think have lagged behind in adopting the use of technology in order to do business will likely pull forward aggressively, especially now that we've been forced to utilize it. We have been operating utilizing Zoom and Microsoft Teams and other technologies for the past 3 or so weeks. And our entire team is probably as engaged as we've ever been in communicating what's going on and in keeping all of our business activities moving forward. And we, like most other businesses, will likely deploy it on an ongoing basis. And this is just one of the many innovations that's been out there that will likely be deployed. But we'll certainly find ways to educate. We'll find ways to design beyond just communicating. We'll find other ways of utilizing technology to help us move forward. And hopefully, Miami will be one of the hotbed locations for many of those innovations.
What would be your message to the business community to help best weather this storm right now?
Yeah, I'd say make sure that you are getting as much information as you can about the Paycheck Protection Program and the entire CARES Act. It is loaded with resources. Just for the small business portion, $349 billion available. That money is being consumed at a fairly aggressive pace. So please become familiar with it. And if you have any difficulty understanding anything about it, we have a lot of resources available via bizhelp.miami. And I know I'll have a chance to share that later, but I wanted to get that out there. Bizhelp.miami is a wonderful resource that's intended to provide you with all the details surrounding the Act. And if you have questions, we have an FAQ there that will help you determine what the right responses are for your questions.
Well, actually, my final question to you is, where can people find more information aside from BizHelp Miami?
We know we are working with probably 30 or 40 different organizations throughout the community. The Chambers of Commerce, we've partnered with the Greater Miami Chamber on a number of town hall webinars. We have one coming up tomorrow in partnership with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. The whole idea is to utilize as many different resources as possible. And we are actively pulling information in from a variety of sources so that we have the opportunity to share every bit of information with our business leaders and with our citizenry as possible, because we want everybody to be informed. That's the best way to access all these resources at this difficult time.
Wonderful. And website or social media they can follow?
Yeah, please visit beaconcouncil.com or bizhelp.miami. Bizhelp.miami are the two websites that we're using. Again, beaconcouncil.com or bizhelp.miami are the two websites that will provide you with a lot of information that should be useful to you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Michael. On behalf of Invest Insights and Capital Analytics, stay safe.
Thank you.